The record and documents I have voluntarily provided will show that all of my actions were proper and occurred in the normal course of events of a very unique campaign. Let me be very clear. I did not collude with Russia, nor do I know of anyone else in the campaign who did so. I had no improper contacts. I have not relied on Russian funds for my businesses. And I have been fully transparent in providing all requested information.
All right, that was Jared Kushner, President Trump's son-in-law and a senior White House advisor, defending himself against the left's unrelenting attacks that he colluded with Russia during the 2016 election. Now, today, Kushner, he spoke with members of the Senate Intel Committee. Joining us now with reaction, Fox News anchor, attorney Gary Jarrett, and from CircuitNews.com, Sarah Carter. You know, there's one thing that he said here. I didn't have any financial dealings. And then he went on to say something. He goes, you know, I had incoming contact with people from approximately 15 countries. To put these requests in context, I got thousands of emails, letters, calls from people wanting to talk, meet, variety of issues. I tried to be respectful of any foreign government contacts with whom it would be important to maintain ongoing productive working relationship with the candidate to prevail. I'm trying to understand what's wrong with that, Sarah, and how we are here in light of everything that his 11-page statement said today.
Well, Sean, I mean, think of this. He said, you know, he had contact with people from 15 countries. He had 50 contacts during the, right after the election with people from various countries, only 2 of which were from Russia. And Mr. Kushner, gave a public statement. He gave the statement to all the media, then came out and spoke publicly after the closed-door hearing with the Senate Intelligence Committee. Donald Jr. says he's going to talk. Paul Manafort says he's going to speak and give documents over as well. So, I mean, they've been very forthcoming. It doesn't seem like anyone who'd be guilty of something would be so forthcoming with all of this documentation. I know there's people that are out there that are concerned, probably Adam Schiff, others in the Democratic Party, and people who are looking into this investigation, special counsel, but they've been very forthcoming. And so far, and I've been talking to a number of people in law enforcement, a number of sources that are dealing with this, there is no evidence of any type of collusion. I mean, this was a meeting that probably should not have happened because it was one-on-one, but that was it.
You know, he actually said, Greg Jarrett, that after the election, he didn't even know who the Russian ambassador was by name. Wouldn't have recognized his name. But I think perhaps the most exculpatory piece of evidence is he's writing in the middle of the meeting, the one that Don Jr. said was a nothing. He's writing to his assistant, get me out of here. This is a waste of my time. Doesn't that pretty much tell the whole story?
Oh, it absolutely does. And his statement, very detailed, 11 pages long, shows nothing improper, nothing uncommon, and certainly nothing illegal. I talked to Professor David Clinton, no relation to Hillary, by the way, at Baylor University. This is the guy who wrote the book, literally, called Presidential Transitions and American Foreign Policy. He said he read Kushner's statement. He said there's absolutely nothing wrong with what he did. He said, look, transitions are very long. He said it's important and vital for incoming administrations to begin meeting with and talking with foreign governments to establish rapport, to understand what they want and to convey to them what we want. And it's certainly not a violation of the Logan Act because there was no interference with a diplomatic dispute.
Sarah, I go back to you because now we talk about a media. It's going on, 11 months now. That's how long this thing has been going on. Nobody that I know in the Trump campaign destroyed 33,000 emails, destroyed their iPhones, their Blackberries with hammers, or like Debbie Wasserman Schultz, a computer with a hammer, and nobody talks about it but us. Why?
Yes, you're absolutely right on that point, Sean, that there is a lot of concern within the intelligence community, within the FBI, that there hasn't been a thorough investigation into that. And I know that there's enormous frustration. It doesn't mean that the Clinton Foundation is not currently being investigated, but But there definitely is enormous frustration you can see coming from the White House. I've spoken to sources there at the White House who say the same thing. Why isn't anyone looking at the Clinton Foundation? Why isn't anybody looking at the Uranium One deal? Particularly, yes, Attorney General Sessions and the Justice Department and the FBI.
All right, guys, good to see you both. Appreciate your insight. And when we come back tonight on this busy breaking news night on Hannity.
He's going to win again. I'll bring a box of Kleenex over here to CNN.
We don't need Kleenex.
2020. He's going to win again, Jake.
White House gets aggressive. The new White House Communications Director, Anthony Scaramucci, standing up to the fake news media. I got a mini monologue tonight, and I'll explain how you can stand up. Clearly, the president's agenda needs it. And then later tonight.
We're just coming to talk to you about the president's agenda. Yeah. Now, in our book, baby, he gets an A+ because he's doing a phenomenal job. Phenomenal.
And two of the nicest people you will ever meet and funniest, Diamond and Silk, they get the final word with us all week, this week on Hannity.